Hi Megan, today we are going to do some cursive writing, and then if we get done in time, we can play with some Play-Doh before you get back to class.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you write your name in cursive on this line here, please.
Alright.
If a child has difficulty with correct sizing, spacing, or writing their name within the guidelines, demonstrate how to write their name within the 2 lines, explaining how to place each letter on the baseline and use the top line as a guide. Great. So Megan, starting here, we are going to write each letter of the alphabet in lowercase, starting with A and ending in Z. Write the letters in cursive, but do not connect the letters to each other. If you make a mistake on a letter, you only get to erase it 1 time. If by chance you don't know how to write a letter, place a dot, like this, in its place.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Begin. When the child starts, you start the stopwatch. If a child hesitates to sequence a letter of the alphabet, verbally prompts the child only twice on the same letter. If a child tries to erase a letter twice, reminds them they only get 1 time to erase. While the child is writing, make notes on the scorecard. Verbal prompts, if you give a verbal prompt, write an O in the omit or unacquired column. If the child writes a letter incorrectly, place a check in the letter formation row. If the child draws the letter instead of writes it, put a check in the letter formation row. And if a child erases more than once or 1 time, put a slash on the first row with the letters. Very good. Write the time that the child takes to write the alphabet in the time box. The next test, writing in cursive in uppercase, will be omitted due to time constraints. Okay, Megan, can you read this sentence out loud for me, please?
Spaceships quickly orbited the moon.
Now, on this line here, can you write this sentence in cursive? Remember, if you need to correct a letter, you can only do so 1 time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Begin. Now we are going to skip task 4, far point copying, because the criteria is identical to near point copying. Task 5, manuscript to cursive, is a task only in Etch cursive and is identical to task 3 and 4. That will also be skipped. Now, we're going to do a different writing task. I'm going to say aloud 3 nonsense words and a 5-number code, and we're going to write them on these lines here. Be sure to connect the cursive letters to one another. I will only say each letter of the word one time, so please listen closely.
Okay.
Be sure to write all the letters in lowercase. If you do not know a certain letter, place a dot, like this one, in its place.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
On this line, write the letters B-O-I-Z-T. Next, on this line, write C-L-A-G-Y. Now, S-H-R-U-M. And now the numbers 5, 8, 2, 7, 3. If a child does not connect their letters, you can stop and have them continue writing. The last task, a child writes their own sentence. Now I will